What's up, jumpers? This jump rope skill tutorial is gonna go over the EB cross. It's gonna give you the main tips, the things you need to avoid, and an actual progression to help you learn the skill. If you're a jumper that likes to be efficient with your skills and you want to continually level up your skills and learn new ones over time, then this is the tutorial for you. All right, let's get into it. Before doing the EB, you should definitely know how to do a basic cross and a side swing. Now, before we get into the actual tactical tips for the EB cross, it's important to have the context that there are 4 different types of EBs. And we're gonna go through each of these. So the first 2 that are kind of similar to each other are swing EB open and swing EB swing open. So these are very similar and they both begin with a swing. We just kind of refer to those as an EB. This is typically what you'll see called an EB out in the wild in the jump rope world. Usually when people say an EB, it's swing EB open or swing EB swing open. It's very important that you know the difference and can actually do both versions of this because they have different applications depending on what kind of jumping you're doing. The next 2 EBs are what I refer to as dive EBs. And what happens here is we do a jump first. So we jump as the rope passes underneath our feet. We move one hand behind our back and then the front hand comes over after that. And then we can either come out of it into an open or we can come out of it into a swing open. So dive, EB, open, or dive, EB, swing, open. Now for all of these, you wanna make sure that your arms are level and that they're parallel with the ground. Make sure that you're still using that back arm. A lot of times that back arm gets frozen, doesn't do anything to help us, and a lot of issues come from that. So make sure you're still using your back arm to turn the EB. Keep the rope vertical as you're doing swings, whether it's before or after the EB. Make sure that swing is very vertical and it's not slashing across your body. The last main tip, and this is very, very critical, as you're learning this EB, keep your feet together. Don't do turns, don't do running in place, don't do different styles because that adds another layer of complexity that kind of pulls away your focus on this skill. So really make sure that when you're drilling this skill for the first time and you're learning it, keep those feet together and just do basic jumps as you're working on the swing and the EB mechanics. So things to avoid. Number 1, don't move that rope diagonally during the swing. A lot of times the rope goes diagonally and that causes a whole bunch of issues. You wanna make sure you avoid only using your front arm to turn the rope during the EB. You really want to avoid moving your arms dramatically. Don't be aggressive with how you're moving this. Try to be as relaxed and move as slowly as possible as you're learning. You also really, again, want to avoid doing speed step or anything like that while you're learning because, again, it can be very distracting to learning this skill and getting the mechanics in place from the very beginning. Very similar to this, you want to avoid turning out of the EB or adding any kind of rotation or anything like that as you're learning because that can distract from the main mechanics and can cause a couple of bad habits. So don't do that, avoid that. That way you can make sure you're really getting started with the best habits from the very beginning. Let's get into a couple of progressions to actually learn this skill. Now, we've got a couple different progressions to go through. So what we're gonna start with is a regular swing and then an EB toe catch. So no jumping, just swing, EB, catch. And then from here, we're going to do a swing EB toe catch, but it's really important that you jump during the swing, during the EB, and then finish with an EB catch. So jumping, swing, EB jump, catch. Now after this, we're going to do a jumping swing EB, but we're going to come out of the EB and do a regular open toe catch. So jump, swing, jump during the EB, and then an open toe catch coming out of that EB placement. The final step to this progression will be to do the exact same thing, but we're gonna do an open at the end. So jump during the swing, jump during an EB, do an open single under jump after that, and then finish with a toe catch. Now the next set of progressions we're gonna do after all those other ones, and it's gonna be a little bit shorter. We're gonna do a standing swing, so no jumping, swing on one side of our body, make sure you know which one you're gonna do first, swing on one side of your body, jump the EB, and then swing on the other side of your body, that's the opposite of what you started with, and then do a toe catch after that. After this, we'll do a very similar thing, but we're just gonna jump through it. So we'll jump during the swing, jump the EB, jump the other swing on the other side of our body, do a single under, and then do a toe catch. These next set of progressions are gonna focus on the dive EB, and you can definitely kind of skip this for now. If you're just learning an EB for the first time, you can just really focus on those other ones. But here's the progressions if you wanna learn the dive EBs. We're gonna start with a regular open single under, and as soon as that rope passes underneath our feet, our hand will go behind our back and we'll finish in an EB catch. Now it's important to point out that you need to know what kind of an EB you're going to be doing, AKA which side you're gonna be doing your EB on. So is your left hand going behind your back or is your right hand going behind your back? Because this very much needs to be planned out beforehand. Once we've done that, we're gonna basically repeat the same thing. We're gonna jump, hand goes behind our back. We're gonna actually jump the EB this time, and then we're going to do an open toe catch. We'll do the same thing, repeat the exact same thing next time, but this time we're gonna make that last toe catch a single. So jump, hand goes behind your back, jump the EB, open single under, and toe catch. Now for the last set of progressions, we're gonna do basically the same thing, but we're going to swing out of the dive EB. So our hand goes behind our back. Now it's important to point out, when our hand goes behind our back, it's pointing on the side of our body where we will be doing the side swing. So if we're jumping and our hand is going behind our back, our left hand goes behind our back, it's pointing to the right side of our body, that's where we're gonna do the swing. The inverse is true. If your right hand goes behind your body, it's pointing to the left side, and that's where you're going to do your side swing. So the first progression we're gonna do is jump, hand goes behind your back, we dive into that EB, we do an EB jump, and then we do a standing swing on the side that your arm is pointing, and then a toe catch. That way we can kind of get used to it. From there, we'll repeat the exact same thing, dive into that EB, do an EB, jump during the side swing, toe catch, and then once you've got that, you can add in an open jump after that and really kind of throw this in whenever you want. Now you've got the full progression that you need to get all versions of an EB cross. If this tutorial helped you at all with the EB cross, send it off to a friend that you think might also enjoy it. If you have any questions at all, leave a comment down below or hit me up on Instagram at Nate_KG. All right guys, I will see you in the next jump rope skill tutorial.